Let's talk about what type of content to create for Snapchat. You always want to keep your content exciting and engaging. This is the difference between Snapchat and other platforms, where the style of content for Snapchat tends to be more fun and exciting, which is why you have things like the dog face filter and things like that. The current style that influencers create content for Snapchat is with storytelling. So we'll talk about how to do that, but in general, they're taking these 10-second snaps in a row that add up to about 2 minutes that create and tell a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And like we spoke about before, you can draw over your pics, add emojis, frames, stickers to make all of your content more engaging in general. The content in Snapchat is similar to other platforms, just the style is different. So it's great to have funny or fun posts. It's great to be inspirational, entertaining, interactive, educational. So just like all the other social media platforms, that the type of contents or categories are still the same. You can have your employees create fun-looking posts for your Snapchat account. Show like behind the scenes that you have like a fun company culture. And when you caption with the title function of Snapchat, you can include hashtags there as well. It's important to be authentic. People can tell and appreciate sincerity. Don't just keep everything commercial and promotional. You want to vary the different types of content so you can reach different types of people and resonate with different types of people as well. And keep your Snapchat consistently updated. So like we mentioned before, you can do like behind the scenes content. You can have celebrities appear in your Snapchat, whether it's like in an interview or within a picture or a selfie. Or you can even have a celebrity or an influencer or a niche industry expert or guru actually take over your Snapchat account and just use it for like a day or however much you negotiate with them, and have them reach out to their audience. You can create a sticker and place it on a blank background, and then people can screenshot it or capture it with the capture tool and use that sticker over and over again. You can create a wallpaper and have people screenshot it to use it on their smartphone as a wallpaper. Then they are reminded of your brand every time they open their phone. You can have a survey done. So you have like each story picture that you post is like a different option, and tell people to just screenshot the one they like the best, and then you can go back and look at the screenshots and reveal what the winner was. So people that screenshot are in a green font when you pull that list of people that saw your story by swiping up when you review the story that you posted. So here are the people that viewed your post, the people that screenshot. You swipe up, the names will be in green if they screenshotted. You can pull up photos you've taken in the past and load that from your screen roll and upload it like a pre-planned story. So, for example, if you create a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, like you getting up from bed is one picture, you commuting to work is another picture, you getting to work is the third picture, a group funny shot with your staff members is the next picture, and then you going home is the last picture. So you have a story that you created during the day, and then the next morning you upload all 6 of those photos all at the same time, one after the other, so that it's a story for beginning to end. You can have a competition where people submit content to you, and then you pick the winner and upload it to your Snapchat account and get them exposure as well. So like we mentioned before, you can have like a solid background and then have a sticker on there that people can capture and use that and save that in their phone. You can doodle as well if you're good at that. Like if you're an artist, you can actually doodle on Snapchat and have people view your artwork that way. So here's the sticker function we mentioned before. I just posted the logo anywhere I want because I saved that as a sticker. Storytelling is a great way to build an audience and capture people's attention. So each story or post that you post onto your Snapchat stories will be like around 10 seconds long. And then if you have 10 snaps, then that'll add up to between 2 and 3 minutes. Once you create your 2 to 3 minute story, you can actually reuse that content on Twitter or Facebook if you want. And every story has like a beginning and a middle and end to it. So like we mentioned before, for example, you can like be going to a specific event, then now you are watching the event itself, and then now the event ends and you're going home at the end of the story, so people can follow what you did during the day. You can create a stop animation story if you're really creative, where each photo is like a frame of an animation, so that when people are tapping through your photos, it looks like it's animated. You want to delete posts that are not congruent with the rest of your story that you're telling. So if you have like a leftover snap from the day before and it doesn't really fit with your story, just go ahead and delete that so people can see the full story fresh and not get confused. If you're working with a sponsor and you guys want to create a story together, then you guys can storyboard what you guys want to do before you go out and start creating that content. So this is how you are not just like posting food or selfies onto your Snapchat, how there's actually a purpose that engages people and tells a story. And then you can start promoting the story that you're going to tell on other social media accounts. Like for example, like if you're going to an event, like check me out at this event on your Facebook page, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, so that people will join your Snapchat through your snap code that you post, and they'll be able to watch that story once you start posting it. You can have music playing in the background for your snaps by just like playing music on your phone or in the background and while you're recording. You can purchase Snapchat spectacles, which are like glasses with cameras on both sides of it, where you can hit the button on the Snapchat spectacles and it'll take a 10-second video that you can pull up from your camera roll function menu on Snapchat, the app. And then it's a circular video, so when people turn their phone, they can see different hidden areas, and so you can like hide different sort of treasures or different sort of comments that people can view if they change the direction of their phone. For people that are really serious, it's a good idea to not use the same content on Instagram stories or Facebook stories as you do on Snapchat. Otherwise, there's no incentive for people on Instagram or Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook to go and join your Snapchat because it's the same content, and vice versa as well. So you can have a call to action in your Snapchat stories where you ask people if they like it or they love it, then to hold down on the Snapchat story itself, like push down with it with their finger until the share button pops up in the bottom. And then they can share with their friends list. So for example, here's a post that somebody put up. I push on it with my finger and this little share button icon shows up in the bottom right hand corner. And then you can share it with your list. You can have like a 24-hour sale at your store and direct people to go to your website that way. You can have a promo code that is exclusive for your Snapchat audience. So tell them to screen capture that promo code so they can pull it up later on their camera roll and enter the promo code into your website to get a discount. You can have people snap back, take screenshots, to message you, to go to a website, to share this post. So there's all these different actions you can have people take. And you can just put that in the title of the snap. You can have a specific URL for your Snapchat audience, so that way you can see how many people actually go to that URL or opt in from that URL so you can see how effective your Snapchat campaigns are, whether it's for a paid ad or influencer that you hired. You can add a link for people to download your app, for example. We'll talk about that in the advertising section, how you can buy ads to do that as well through Snapchat. Now you want to analyze your Snapchat account and see all the different engagements people are interacting with your Snapchat account. So not only so you can see how effective your ad campaigns are, but you can also see if you are improving in your marketing strategy as you make tweaks. So for example, if you have a series of stories and then you have a series of snaps in your story and then it's like 2 minutes long with 10 different snaps, then you can see your viewers drop off at a certain point and you can see which snap just turn them off, so you can try to avoid that type of content that loses your audience's interest in the future. So that's the dropout. So for example, the first snap you have 20 users, the second snap you have 19 users, third snap you have 17 users, and by the fourth snap you have 3 users that viewed it. So you can see there was an extreme drop between those two pictures. So you can see the one before the drop to see and try to avoid that type of content that loses people's interest and engagement. You can see how many people actually watch your entire story from beginning to end, and keep track of how many of these users don't complete the entire story and how many of them drop out. And if you put it in an Excel spreadsheet, you can see your Snapchat account improving over time or see where you need to work on. You can track how many people used and saw your Geofilter that you buy from Snapchat if you're doing ads. If you want help with analytics, then you can go to this website, snapalytics.io, and that's a company that does that for you. So this is what that website looks like. They have a 14-day trial. You want to create engagement in your Snapchat so you can have direct chats with people. You can ask questions to people in your snaps and have them answer you directly. Ask people to post and share, and you yourself can share some of your content on Twitter and Instagram and have people join you on Snapchat. You can create a contest for people, and people can submit content to you as well as part of that contest. Have a conversation with your audience. Let's talk about advertising. So you can just go to snapchat.com/ads/ad-products, and that'll pull up this menu where you can have Snapchat ads, articles, get people to install your app, have a long video that people can click to watch, get some website views from these Snapchat ads. So for ads that are linked to articles, people swipe up on the ad and then they'll be able to read your article directly. You can have a link embedded in the ad to install your app from the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. You can have people watch a trailer or short film. You can have your audience swipe up on the ad to view a website page so that you can put your landing page there. You can build your branding by buying a sponsored Geofilter. So that's when you are taking a photo, and once you take that photo, you can start swiping left or right on your photo to pick different kinds of filters or frames. So as you can see in this photo, there's a donut frame for this picture. If you have a donut store, for example, you can just hit here to create a Geofilter. You can buy a sponsored lens, and so that's when people take a selfie, tap on their face with their finger, and then start swiping left or right to pick different lenses So you can see this lens right here is from Coca-Cola, and that's when you get like the dog face and the tongue sticking out kind of lens. So here's one that I used on myself from Discover. So you can see I tapped on my face, and then here are the ones to pick from. And then when you open my mouth, the money comes out. So this is to help you build your brand. You can include it for like things like trade shows and specific events as well. And you can time it that way so it shows up while people are at the event. If you need help creating a filter, you can go to websites like pepperfilters.com and they can help you create one for your ad. So you can work with influencers for your ad campaigns as well. You can hire them or build a relationship with them. Micro influencers are people that have like between like 1 to 10,000 users, whereas macro will have like a larger audience. It's great if you can find people that actually love and use your products to advertise it. And then you can have them like create a story where they are using your products and creating a story around your product. You can reach out to journalists and reporters and websites like Haro, help a reporter out, or find them on Twitter and have them create stories about your company and refer people to your Snapchat account to follow you there. You can create stories within your ads like we mentioned before. And when you create contracts with influencers, you can include in the contract how many comment backs you want or expect and how many shares you want as well, and include different specifics and metrics about your goals and create like a scaled payment plan or some bonuses, whatever you want to negotiate with an influencer. There's no set rules on that.